welcome to the first of 3 days where I'm going to be sharing with you for a few minutes the video that will help you to unlock the profit within you. You know, I came up with this concept recently because I believe that one of the things that we don't recognize as a society, as people, is just how much we ought to be profitable in our everyday living. Now, you could say to me, well, what do you mean? Well, does everything has to be about profit, about money, about whatever? Well, I think so. Here's the deal. In the ancient writings, one of the writers said that money answereth everything. He also said that money is a defense. He also said that wisdom is a defense. The only thing that the writer said is that he put them in a different time frame. He said that actually wisdom comes before the money. He says wisdom is a defense and then money is a defense. And so there seems to be something in there that somebody needs to help another person to unlock, basically to get the keys and unlock the treasures inside of you. Unlock the situations inside of you that have been hindering you from getting the kind of success you want. Now, I'm sure if you think about it, you'll say to yourself, well, I don't know what it is that I have inside of me. I don't know what to unlock. Well, that's part of what Lenny's coaching is about. So I thank you for coming to this website. I thank you for coming to lenallen.com. I'm Len Allen, and pretty much what I'm going to be taking you through over the next 3 videos is just how you can take a little idea or look at something that you didn't really see as maybe as a business or as an opportunity to improve your life, and really how to take that and make that thing work for you. You know, I've written a number of books. I've written about 6 books now in the space of 2 years. And I've probably coached over 15, 20 people to do the same. Now, if you think about it, that's me unlocking at least 18 to 26 books out of the clients as well as myself. Now, if you think about it, prior to that, I had no experience of writing. I used to admire people writing books. I used to read the books. And I've been an avid reader for many, many years. But I've never really considered what it would take to really help somebody to pull a book out of them. And then I found out that, you know, if you actually did it, it could spin off into so many different things. So I embarked on it. Had a conversation with, at dinner with Les Brown and some friends. And really what happened after that is that they got excited by the fact that I'd written a book in 7 days and then told me to write a book in 7 days. So I wrote a book called How to Write a Book in 7 Days. And would you believe it, I've now written a workbook and a course and an entire system around that idea of how to write a book in 7 days. In fact, I go out and speak about the subject. And that just shows you how you can take one small thing and create a concept, a model, a business model out of it. So what do I actually do when I do these things? Well, first thing I do when I think about any form of success is I examine what is it I think about success. Now, maybe you don't think about that question quite often, but maybe you do. And if you do, you'll probably agree with me right now. But when I think about success, it reminds me of something that I heard the late Jim Rohn talked about when he said, it is something you attract by the person that you become. Hey, that brings me back to my money is a defense, but wisdom is a defense. By the person you become. Now, watch this. If it is by the person you become, then certainly what we've got to work on first is the stuff that's in our mind. How we think about success. How we think about successful people. How we think about people who have made millions and billions perhaps. So let me ask you this question. Are you the kind of person that is judgmental? Are you the kind of person that sees someone with success and think, why are they driving that car? Or why do they live in that house? Oh boy, they must be fussing. Or they're very arrogant. Or they're showing off and very boastful. Actually, you have no idea what they did to get it. But maybe that's not you. Maybe that's just a thought. But the thing is, business, if that thought becomes prevalent, and here's another thing that makes it become prevalent. See, there is an old saying that says you become what you think about. So maybe whenever you see successful people, you talk about them in such a derogatory way that you now don't have an appetite for yourself to become successful. Now, every success is not about money, but I promise you this thing, that you won't find very few people with a lot of money that hasn't learned how to become successful. Now, here is what success really is. It is being able to take what you have and turn it into what you want. So what do you have? What is it you've got within your life? Are you a good writer? Are you a good singer? Are you a good dancer? Are you a good cook? Are you good at sewing? Okay, so in the E-Myth, in Michael Gerber's E-Myth, he talks about the fact that you may be a good technician, but not a good manager. But that's not what I'm talking about, because I can show you that if you have that gift, you don't have to be all the things in your business, but you could convert it into a business. I wrote this book called Business is Simple, Not Easy, primarily to address that problem. I talk about different things. I talk about what makes a business simple. I talk about what makes a business easy. But I tell you for the most part that it is simple, but it's not easy. Here is one of the reasons why it's not easy. Well, again, let's go back to our thinking. If you're the kind of person that thinks, whatever I see, I need to have, going into business won't change that. Because you're going to buy things to make you look like a business person when in fact you're not a business person. You're going to be the kind of person that wants to be in the office telling everyone what to do. Now, one of the secrets of real business that makes it simple is learning that you work on the business and not in the business when you're the business owner. So that you find people who are very skilled. Now, today, technology makes that so possible. With all these different offshore companies that can help you find the right kind of staff, or even people local next door to you. You never know what's around the corner. But do you need to work on your business or in your business? Now, I would actually provide you with this information that I think if you started working on your business, you'd get a lot more success. So what's your plan? What is your strategy to make your business make $1 every day? I went to a millionaire seminar a few years ago, and I remember the coach saying in the seminar, he said, I can't teach you how to make $1, I can teach you how to make millions. But then another one came up and he says, I can show you how to make $1 a day. Now, how do you get to $1 million? Well, why don't you start making $1 first? Then why don't you go to $10? And why don't you go for 20? Or if you go for 10, then you can start making 100. Oh, I know I'm talking about dollars, but I could be talking about pounds. Or I could be talking about francs or euros. Whatever the case is, it's just currency, it's just flow. But what I'm really talking about is how to take a little idea, how to take something and turn it into what you want. What do you want? Brings me to my next question. What do you want is a question that I find that many people can't answer. I've been coaching people for years. When I sit with them and say, tell me what you want, it is surprising to me just how little people understand or even are able to regurge about what they want. So then I have to break it down. Well, what do you want in this area? What do you want in that area? What do you want in that area? Well, I've never really considered it as the answer that I get from most people. And for the most part, that's true. They've never really considered it. So what should we be doing if we want to take the little and make much? If we want to take what we have to get what we want? Actually, a good way of finding out what you want could be to look at what other people want. Ah, you may say, Len, why are you talking to me about other people when you're telling me about what do I want? Well, there's a clue there. Here's a clue. If you help enough people get what they want, the chances are, the likelihood is that you're going to get what you want. So do people want more money? Do people want better health? Do people want less stress? Do people want better relationships? Do people want harmony in their lives? Do people want spiritual enlightenment? I beg you to think about this for a minute. Because perhaps what's happening here is that you're beginning to see that if I help some of the people I know, maybe pay off their mortgage, if I help them find a job, if I help them tidy their yard, if I do a bit of babysitting, or start a company that does that, maybe the clue to what I want lies in what someone else wants. So, I mean, there's so much that we do in this coaching, but I hope you're getting a glimpse and an idea of what you can do to find out the things that you want, so you can know what to get and how to get the best out of that. So I'm going to be helping you in these next 3 videos and showing you how to unlock the profits. Why? Because profits are better than wages. Why? Because profits are the way by which we measure what you have net of all that you expend. Now, if you think about a millionaire, you might think to yourself, he makes £1 million a year, but that doesn't mean that he's really a bona fide millionaire. Because for the most part, he could be broke, heavily in debt. So I want to show you that over the next 3 videos. So come back tomorrow, I'll be sending you your video, and you'll have a chance to go through. Send me a comment, let me know how you think. Sign up for our newsletter. Go to our website, www.lenallen.com. Just really find out what you can. And stay with us, stay here, and get some learning. And allow Len and Lenny's coaching to unlock the profit in you. Thank you so much. I'm going to just go over there and see you, my friends.